Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome back to Tekpon. Today our guest is Galit, the CEO and co-founder at Wing Security. Hello.
Hello, very nice of you to have me.
Thank you for joining the podcast. Please tell us what your company does.
Hmm. So, Wing is a SaaS security posture management company.
Yep.
SaaS is great, right? You should know.
Yeah.
You're an expert. So, SaaS is great. Everyone is using SaaS. We all know that SaaS is fantastic. There is only one slight problem. In terms of security, it's out of control. So companies tend to use many applications because it helps the business thrive. But in order to keep the usage safe or the company's assets safe, you need to have a solution that will provide you that safety net to use it in a secure way. So that's exactly what we do.
Understand. So you are more than just a compliance solution. You handle more processes.
Of course. So actually, when you look at the SaaS domain, it's huge. It's huge. So it's divided into three pillars: the
Okay.
applications, the users, and the data. The applications, first of all, you have to know that's your new attack surface, right? You have to know all the applications that you use in order to understand what is your risk and what is your new attack surface. Then you have to know all the users that are using it and with what permissions, right?
Yes.
And then you need to know all the data that is stored on these applications and flows in between those applications because it's a huge mesh of interconnectivity. So the
I
first thing
understand.
you have to do is just discover and know the inventory of the SaaS domain. On top of that, you need to start minimizing the attack surface because there are many applications that you don't need, users that are deprecated, data that may have leaked, sensitive data that is shared. So we help with that layer as well, the posture management. We provide insights on the gaps and we help you close them. On top of that, there are always the continuous risks. Imagine that one of your applications has been breached.
Okay.
You know that we have hundreds of companies that already trust Wing. So we have a visibility to hundreds of companies. We saw that 84% of the companies use more than three applications, actually 3.5 applications that have been breached in the last 3 months. That's
Wow.
amazing. Amazing. So we provide insights about applications that have been breached and also the capability to remediate those threats. So
Thank you for
that's what
explaining.
we do.
Yeah, I understand better now. So that's basically the problems that you solve. Yeah. I love to
Yeah.
hear your most loved features by your customers.
By the customers, not by me, because
Yes.
I love it all. You can't ask me if I love one of my kids better than the other.
Yeah, of course.
So I would say that the most loved part of the solution is the automatic workflows. Since the domain is so dynamic and it's changing all the time, we don't want our teams, our customers, to do the same job over and over again. So once you understand what is the workflow that fits you as a customer to solve a certain issue, we provide embedded in our solution automatic workflows. So you can customize the product to help you solve this issue automatically. I will give you an example. So
Sure.
if you discover an app that has not been in use for, I don't know, you decide. 6 weeks, 3 months, whatever. You want to automatically revoke the permissions to this app. You don't want to keep those permissions just open out there. So we provide you the option to customize this workflow. So whenever an app is not used for a certain amount of time, the permissions are revoked. The application is off your attack surface. So
That's super useful. Yeah. And I love to hear the use cases of your product. So who can use it?
Who can use it?
Yeah.
So
What teams?
first of all, security teams use it.
Okay.
That's obvious because this is a major part of the attack surface of a company. So the one that is in charge, or the team that is in charge of the assets of the most important things of the company, they are our favorite customers.
And usually how big a customer is for you? Who's your target customer?
So, but just before that, I will tell you one more thing, because you, at the beginning of the conversation, you also mentioned compliance.
Yes.
So, since we are SaaS experts, what does it mean? It means that we collect information about SaaS applications and the vendors that develop them, and we provide insights about how much you can trust this app and this vendor. We have this huge database, more than 260,000 SaaS applications already classified.
Okay.
That information is very significant to the security team because that it helps them make a decision whether they allow using this app or not. But it's also super beneficial for the compliance team, the GRCs, because they want to have the vendor assessment. They want to know if the vendor has compliances, has the GDPR, has the SOC 2,
Yes.
ISO, HIPAA, whatever. We have that information. So GRC teams, compliance people, they also love us. So our main solution is targeted to the security team.
Okay. And yeah, usually how big is a company when they think for a solution like yours?
So that's a great question. It depends on the security awareness of the company. So some companies, for example, from fintech, from insurance tech, they have early awareness of securing their assets. So we see that from dozens of employees, they already interested in security solutions. But I think that the major step occurs once they reach several hundreds employees. At that point, we see around 800, 900, sometimes more SaaS applications. It's impossible to manage on a manual process. Impossible.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's where we see the great benefit that we provide our customers, because we help not only in labor, in time of the team, we also help with saving expenses. Very, from day one, we help distinguish those applications that are not needed, and we are very much aware of the situation, and we help our customers save money from the day one of using Wing.
That's awesome. And is education still a challenge for you? Educating the people, educating the market?
I think that the market is much more mature today. I remember the conversations that we had at the beginning of the road. It was something else. We had to educate the prospects and ask them the questions. Do you know how many applications do you use? Do you know what permissions were provided to those applications? But now I think that the majority of the prospects that we meet, they understand that it's an issue. Just as important as taking care or securing your endpoints, it's also important to secure the SaaS layer because that's where things happen.
Yeah. And I love to hear your favorite success story of a happy customer
We have
without
many.
disclosing names because I know you're big on security, but maybe an interesting story that you can share with us of how you help them with your solution.
Okay, so I have many. Since one of the things that we discover are sensitive files that are shared. We helped one of our customers, find a very, very sensitive file that was shared. It was so grateful for the insight that he reached out to us to tell us that that we actually helped him. Maybe another story that is also very interesting because it's continuous. It's a beginning of a trend. We see that compliance is something that is a lot of burden on the security teams or on the teams that are in charge of security. And since our visibility provide insights into SaaS applications, it's very easy for the team to collect evidences from our solution. So it turned out that they use us to collect the evidence and store it for the auditors. So once you look for access review, they use our visibility from within the system to generate evidences that they then use in the compliance process. So I think that's also something very interesting and very helpful for our customers.
Definitely. So another use case that that people can enjoy. Yeah. And
Yeah.
now I'd love to hear when you started the company and why did you choose to solve this particular problem?
So I established Wing about 3 years ago, after a very long and fulfilling career in the Israeli army. 23 years
Okay.
of
Wow.
cyber of many kinds. Started as a developer, then I led development teams, research teams, operation teams for many years. I retired as a colonel. So
Congratulations.
after having such a meaningful first chapter of my career, I looked for something significant for my next chapter. So I examined the market and I noticed that this phenomena of growth in SaaS applications is amazing. The exponential rapid of SaaS adoption by companies is amazing. And without a tool that will be beneficial, helpful, simple for the security teams, it will be a mess. It will actually be impossible to use all these great opportunities because security teams will be afraid to allow all this goodness if they don't have the means to to provide the company this freedom of use. And since it's a big problem, and I love big problems, I
I understand. Well,
established
and
doing.
how many people are at your company right now?
So a few dozens employees.
And do you think you found product market fit?
I think that we are getting there. We have a lot of traction. We see that the product, we get great feedback from our customers. So we plan on growing fast. Yeah.
Rooting for you. And did you also raise any funding?
Yeah, of course. We are after
Okay.
a round. Yeah.
What did you say was your biggest challenge in these 3 years since founding the company?
Oh, wow. You're asking very difficult questions, Christian. What is my biggest challenge? I don't think that there's one big challenge. It's a marathon. So it's going up the hill all the time. Once you achieve one milestone, you immediately see the next one. And
Yeah,
you have to gain more speed to get to it faster and achieve it better. So there's no single challenge. But
yeah.
I
That's the
think that the
mindset of
road is
an
magnificent and
yeah.
I really enjoy what I do. And we have a great team, the best team, to walk this path and to win the market. And we're getting there.
Happy for you. That's the mindset of an entrepreneur. I love to hear how you got your first customers.
First customers are, I think it's very common to start with the founders network.
Mm-hmm.
So we met someone that introduced us to someone that had a real pain in the domain, and they were looking for a solution, and they were willing to share their data with us and also work with us to shape the solution. I think that the important thing about picking those first customers is the team that you work with, because it's not enough to have the first opportunity. You want to pick the right opportunity, the team that will help you understand what will be helpful for them. How do they want to get the solution presented? It's not only about, the data and the outcome. It's the journey that they have to go through. So we were very fortunate to find the best design partners, and along the years they also turned into customers. So
I think that helped a lot. Thank you for sharing. And maybe if you can share with us the most successful go-to-market strategies that you used.
yeah. So I think we have a unique go-to-market strategy,
Okay.
because ever since end of January, we decided to take a small portion of our solution and provide it for free. No touch, no man in the loop. Everyone who wants to discover the applications that you use, you can try. You can simply try. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to talk with anyone. We did it for two reasons. The major one is that this is a difficult time. It's a difficult year. There's a recession. Everyone is tightening the budget. And we see that. And we wanted to still provide capabilities. So we took out the very first portion, application discovery, and everyone that is curious and wants to learn and to discover the applications that are being used by the employees can use it for free. And that's actually a go-to-market strategy, because we provide insights to those customers. We can then tell them that actually on top of the list of applications, there are some insights, some risks that we can help remediate and close. And that's our approach. Yeah.
That's a great mindset. So you wanted to provide value first and then ask for something if they like the product.
Always.
That's basically product-led growth.
The first thing we want to do is to provide value. And it's unique because you don't see it very often in security solutions.
Yes. Awesome. I love to hear your vision for the future of the company.
So, as I mentioned before, the SaaS domain is huge. Wing has an approach to build a very broad solution to our customers. It doesn't mean that we have to do everything on our own. We believe in partnerships. We believe in integrations. We believe in bringing on the best of breed in every category, but making the right integrations to provide the customer a full solution. And I believe that we will grow to be that solution, one place to provide visibility, insights, closing the gaps, of course, with partnerships and integrations, but we will provide peace of mind for our customers in many aspects.
That would be great, yeah. I love to hear the best piece of advice for a starting founder.
Take a big breath and smile.
You smile a lot, so I think it helps.
Otherwise, you can't run a marathon and win at the end.
Exactly.
It's not enough. It's not enough to make it to the end.
So enjoy the process. Yeah, enjoy the process. Smile. Yeah.
Right.
And what's your favorite SaaS product apart from Wing?
It's a good one. Maybe Slack. I love Slack. It's so convenient, right? You can do everything. It's so immediate, and you can share data. You can jump between different connectivity or communication methods. You can huddle, and you can video conference, and you can do one-on-one, and you can do group discussions. I think it's a great solution.
Those are my main questions. If you have anything else to share on the podcast, this would be the moment.
I think we talked about almost everything, right?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So you provided a lot of value. I wasn't aware of the solution like this. So yeah, thank you so much for joining the podcast. You did great.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.